Hey guys, what's up? So if you've seen my previous video on getting the iPad, you probably know I've been experimenting with different note-taking apps. I recently purchased GoodNotes 5 and here's my review of it. So I've experimented with 3 different note-taking apps on the iPad, specifically Notability, OneNote, and GoodNotes 5. First, I just wanted to give a brief explanation on why I chose GoodNotes 5 above the other 2 apps. The reason why I chose GoodNotes 5 over OneNote is that OneNote honestly has a horrible writing experience. OneNote has really good organization and I love the fact that the notes are pageless, but honestly it responds pretty bad to the Apple Pencil and has pretty high lag, so I prefer GoodNotes 5. Now when comparing it with Notability, honestly they're quite similar in terms of features and Notability might even have more features, but Notability is just so much more expensive. First of all, GoodNotes 5 is a one-time purchase, but Notability is an yearly payment. And second of all, GoodNotes 5's one-time payment is cheaper than Notability's 1-year payment. The only thing that Notability has over GoodNotes 5 in my opinion is the fact that you can record lectures on it, but other than that, from my testing of the Notability trial, they both are nearly the exact same. Alright, that said, let's go into why I really like GoodNotes 5 now. So first of all, I really like the organization. I know most people don't really like it, but honestly for me the traditional folder organization is just the way to go. I usually separate my folders based on my classes and each unit in those classes, and usually the units also have subunits which I make into folders. In each of the sub-units I make different notebooks and take notes. One thing I really appreciate about this app is that it is so intuitive to use. It basically has zero learning curve and it's super easy to learn how to use it right on the go. You don't really have to worry about learning app-specific features because of how intuitive it is. Also, I really like some subtle features like the fact that you get 3 color choices on the nav bar. Honestly, this reduces the time taken to switch between different colors so much, and it doesn't seem like a big deal, but when you're writing notes for a long time, it works extremely well. Additionally, the auto deselect eraser feature is amazing. It saves so much time. And again, it seems like a really small thing, but these subtle features really ramp up the user experience. Another thing is that it has amazing writing experience, so there's basically no lag when you write with the Apple Pencil, and I love the fact that it offers that at an affordable price. Notability is just so expensive, but GoodNotes 5 is a one-time purchase for cheaper, which I find amazing. Also, importing images, cropping them, and basically just editing them however you want is really quick in GoodNotes 5. It's so easy to rotate images, enlarge and contract the images quickly. Another thing I like is the select feature. Sometimes you need to insert notes between 2 lines just because you missed some information, and this feature allows you to highlight certain text and move it, and this comes in super clutch sometimes. It's so useful. Although I do love the app a lot, there's one thing that bugs me a lot. Though the writing experience is amazing, the app has some sort of software that edits your handwriting to make the curves smoother, and though its intention is to make your writing more clear, it's so excessive to the point that once you're done writing a word, it doesn't look exactly the same way it would have if you wrote it on paper. It is pretty clunky as well, and it's quite noticeable while writing, so it doesn't feel responsive at that point. Notability also has a similar software, but it's not as harsh. That said, this is my only problem, but for its price, I do think it's worth it. In conclusion, I think this app is honestly really good for its price, especially because it's a one-time purchase. And if you can afford Notability, it could be better, but if you can't afford Notability, I would highly recommend GoodNotes 5 to anyone on a budget, and anyone who would just like a simple and neat interface. Alright, that's it for this video guys. Peace.